And I will tell you this, I'm speaking to you as a libertarian at my own core. I have gotten to know Donald Trump over the course of the last several years and the last several months. And you're going to hear from him tomorrow night. You believe it? You all get to speak your mind. I respect that.
The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa. That's nice. That's nice.
National Convention, President Trump knew coming in that this would be a rowdy bunch, and they were, but a lot of great cheers for the president tonight.
Now, this would seem to be a favorable environment for the president, maybe more favorable than some of the other events he's done in the last week, showing up to the Bronx, showing up at a libertarian event, which, you know, they love him there too. But
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Where have I seen this episode of TV before?
A libertarian in my cabinet, and also libertarians in senior posts. Pretty good. That's pretty big.
no, they love him there too.
Smithers, are they booing me?
No, they're saying Boo earns. Boo earns.
Ah, right, of course. As you may know, it did not go well for Donald Trump at the Libertarian Party convention on Saturday, after the crowd booed every mention of his name during a speech by Vivek Ramaswamy the day before.
Do you want to get 3% or shoot for that as a straw, or do you actually want to change this country by working together? And I will tell you this, I'm speaking to you as a libertarian at my own core. I have gotten to know Donald Trump over the course of the last several years and the last several months. And you're going to hear from him tomorrow night. And the question is, do you want to influence the next administration or don't you? That is the question for this room to ask. And my thesis for you, you believe it? You all get to speak your mind. I respect that. Libertarians in the room got to speak up. But now the question is, how do you get it done? I believe the future of this country depends on a libertarian nationalist alliance that will save this country. That's what I believe is required. And my challenge to you is, how do we work together to actually restore free speech in this country?
Trump's team tried to mitigate the possible disaster, stacking the audience with MAGA supporters for Trump's speech, which, as we know, is their go-to ploy. Hence why you get guys from New Hampshire interviewing at their Bronx rally.
And what do you think of the crowd? It's crazy outside.
I think it's amazing, it's stupendous, it's miraculous. It's everything that you thought it would be when you started this whole trend,
Yes,
back in November.
There's a lot of people in the street outside trying to get inside.
There's thousands upon thousands. I don't know. I estimated today. Look, it's about 2-3. Go show that line, Kara. But it's about. I estimated today 25 to 30,000.
Presidential candidate Donald Trump came to the South Bronx today to speak to some supporters and to a fair amount of empty space in Crotona Park. He was. But Trump is a billionaire, and the South Bronx doesn't house any billionaires. Politically, Trump shouldn't get his hopes up.
If you did a poll about who's more popular, Donald Trump or lead paint, I suspect lead is more popular than Donald Trump in the Bronx.
And yet, look at that crowd. There are a lot of red hats in there.
They're all from out of state. Go out there and look at all them cars that are parked and check them where they came from. Tennessee, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Texas.
Hence why they held a fake union rally in Michigan, and of course packed a bodega in Harlem with New York young Republicans.
He goes outside, he talks to construction workers, he goes to a bodega, they cheer him.
When Donald Trump visits a bodega in Harlem, that's not manufactured.
He's going all over the place, and his stamina, Maria, I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, I've just never seen it.
And after the MAGA contingent failed to infiltrate the crowd, and despite multiple appeals from party leadership to sit respectfully and listen to what the disgraced ex-president had to say, Trump's speech was met with an overwhelming amount of boos.
Trump was met last night at the Libertarian Party convention with a raucous crowd and a few rubber chickens from a pro-RFK Jr. super PAC hoping to fire up an already raging audience. The moment Trump took the stage, heckling broke out from libertarians, trying to drown out the rows of his supporters in the back of the room. Now, with a CNN reporter actually witnessed at least one libertarian throwing a punch at a Trump fan.
The Libertarian Party should nominate Trump for President of the United States. Whoa. That's nice. That's nice. Only if you want to win. Only if you want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. Maybe you don't want to win. That's why I'm committing to you tonight that I will put a libertarian in my cabinet and also libertarians in senior posts. Pretty good. That's pretty big. Or you can keep going the way you have for the last long decades and get you 3% and meet again and get another 3%. Oh, that was interesting. Then you're going to like me, Firearm. You're going to like me.
Now, to anyone not cocooned off from reality, this was a glaring indictment of the former president's appeal to anyone outside of his cult following.
You know, polls really haven't been great in the battleground states. How does the president reverse that?
I mean, they haven't been great in that they haven't been accurate, but when we talk about the suburbs, I think it's important to note, I think abortion is such a winning issue for Democrats, and we've seen that over and over again, but you want to talk about a contrast and a side-by-side. We just saw the president speak 10 minutes ago. He certainly wasn't in the basement. Compare that to Trump calling our fallen soldiers suckers and losers and going after Nikki Haley's husband. I mean, people will remember absolutely the sort of chaos and hate that he brought from the Oval Office. So I do think suburban voters don't have a huge appetite for all that vitriol.
Speaking of cult, you guys know Fox contributor Tommy Lahren, right? Well, here's what she heard.
Now, this would seem to be a favorable environment for the president, maybe more favorable than some of the other events he's done in the last week, showing up to the Bronx, showing up at a libertarian event, which, they love him there too. But this...
I guess snake oil really does have you hearing different things. Despite what Fox would have their viewers believe, Trump's ill-fated attempt to appeal to the anti-government Libertarian Party will actually go down as one of the biggest blunders of his campaign.
And just to let you know that this crowd is very vocal about their beliefs and the policies that they stand for. And so that, with that being said, President Trump is expected to come on this stage and he will be met with all kinds of different personalities in the crowd. Now, not your usual MAGA supporters and MAGA enthusiasts who come to his rally.
3. Please state your name.
Jeff Coleman, Missouri delegate, first time, long time, with a request for information.
Thank you.
Did this body grab a former president by the pussy last night?
I encourage you, take a listen to Donald Trump, support Donald Trump, restore the Constitution. Thank you very much.
With his ego bruised, he decided to follow this event by attending a NASCAR event. Sorry, let me rephrase that. He attended a NASCAR event parking lot to make it seem like he was showered with praise. Oh, how fragile the big bad bully really is.
And the one person quoted by Politico, who is the director-at-large Libertarian National Committee, said any libertarian worth their stripes who has looked at Donald Trump's record will see that he barely aligns with the conservative camp and is a far cry from the Libertarian Party. I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, look, Trump's record in office wasn't particularly libertarian.
No. I mean, he grew government, which is the first thing. He ran huge deficits. I mean, he's not a libertarian.
And he signed the, surveillance law.
COVID.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.